I hype me up, I gas me up, I hype me up, I gas me up, I hype me up, I gas me up. Take up spaces, got my room with this. Take up spaces, I got my room with this. I'm a trip for this.
Good morning. Oh, we got Samantha that popped in early. Good morning, Samantha. Good morning, Reen Bass, my member. Good morning, dear Yvette. LA Girl 13. Good morning. I hear Elma for Dusty still lying. Why she always lying? You know, Dusties do what Dusties do, LA Girl 13. Dusties will do what Dusties do. She's a liar. Now, I did see Dusty. She did an interview on her page with, I think his name is it Terrence? Giving You the Real Tea? I'm not really sure. But I think it's Giving You the Real Tea. I saw that she did that interview. And LA Girl 13, all I have to say is, I mean, first of all, you can tell that he's very friendly with her. I tried to watch it, y'all. I honestly did. I tried. But y'all know how I am when it comes to Dusty. Y'all know when it comes to Dusty, I just cannot sit through her bull. It's like it gags me every time, okay? I literally cannot. So I caught some of it. I caught as much as I could stomach. Shout out to Tea Talk with your girl. I caught as much as I could stomach, but I can't take a full dose of Destiny. I just can't, y'all. I can't even take one for the team and take a full dose of Destiny. It's just not in me. Okay. It's not in me. It's not in me to listen to Destiny like that. So let me go back up and make sure I'm saying my good mornings. Can y'all hear me? Because I got new equipment yesterday. I had to get I call myself being cheap, y'all. Let me tell y'all the story real quick. So I caught myself being cheap going to Goodwill. I was like, you know what? Instead of going to Walmart and buying a new monitor, let me check out the Goodwill. They just built a Goodwill that's not far from my house. So I went to Goodwill, and you know, you pay for what you get. You pay for what you get. So I went and got a monitor. The first monitor, I got it all the way home. My son set it up for me. Girl, why it didn't even come on? The monitor didn't even come on, y'all. It didn't even come on. So I had to go back to Goodwill. And, you know, you can't get your money back. So I was like, I'm just going to go to Walmart, but you can't get your money back. You have to exchange. So I got another monitor. I exchanged. They had another monitor. I had to go buy new cords and all because it didn't fit with the equipment I already had. Y'all, why buy this new monitor? Get this one home. I have them plug it up before I leave the store to make sure it comes on. Why, when I get home, y'all, this monitor has no sound after I set it all the way up. So I had to get some earphones. So hopefully y'all can hear me okay because I'm on a headset. And, you know, it's just been a day. So let me say my good mornings. Concrete Rose, good morning. Lady Hustlenet, good morning. Reese's Pieces, what's up? Soundcheck Annette, good morning. The Innocent Instigator, good morning. Kathy Hudson, good morning. Rashida, what's up? Rashida No Kirk, that's what we're going to call you, Rashida. Y'all know I like to give out names over here. So Rashida No Kirk, okay? Just play. So sorry, music lover. It's Tay T, my mod. Chronicles of Kim K, my good sis, Samantha Elvie. Samantha, I already said hey. I think I said hey. They are friends, so you won't get an honest interview with those two, period. Gwendolyn Love, what's up? Okay, Ringbass, thank you for letting me know you can hear me. And Concrete Rose is also a member. Chronicles of Kim K is a member. Soundcheck Annette, Reese's Pieces, Lady Hustle, also my members. Thank you, ladies. Deborah Jackson, good morning. Good morning, everybody. Alabama born, Florida grown. Okay, so I'm Detroit born, Georgia grown. Alabama born, Florida grown. And I love your name, by the way. So good morning. Love Key. God, I miss my good sis, Love Key. Love Key, what's up? What's up? So good morning, everybody. I hope that you are having an amazing, what are we at? We're at Thursday. Y'all, this week has been blazing. Ain't nobody got no sleep. I know we ain't got no sleep because we've been in these YouTube streets all day, all night. So we going to keep it going all week. We just going to keep it on Huntsville all week. You know, it's other things going on in the news that I want to talk about, but we can always catch up next week. We can always catch up next week. We can do Shannon Sharp next week. We can do Sean Stockman's mistress next week. You know, we could talk about some of the things that I want to talk about. Rich Homie Quan, we can get to all those next week. But right now, the Huntsville streets are blazing. And I still haven't even gotten to my review, y'all. I haven't even done my review yet. So maybe I'll do that tonight since I'm off today and I have a little time, okay? Y'all know I say something and then I get to relaxing and, you know, it'll be all she wrote. But anyway, Mama Bees, good morning. S. Horton, good morning. Miss Wynn, good morning. Miss Blackberry, the black of the bear, the sweet of the juice. They say the darker the skin, the deeper the root. Good morning, Miss Blackberry. And you don't even look that dark skin, but you know, I just have to do my get my Tupac on. They say Shannon Sharp got his groove on, child. I don't know who Michelle was, but baby, Michelle and Shannon was doing what what needed to be done, apparently. Shannon Sharp said, child, the people in the streets are a trip. Please hit the like button and subscribe. If listen to my mod. My mod telling y'all what it is, what it ain't, and what it's going to be. If you're not a millimeter or a male supporter, bye. Because we don't have time over here, okay? We do not. This is not the safe space for dust mites, T-squads, you know, things of that nature. You know, it's just not. So don't come up here bother me because I don't go over there bothering y'all. Ro Reacts, what's up? Ro Reacts is a content creator. Make sure that you all are supporting my good sis Ro Reacts. DA court is now in the court is now in session. Good morning. Good morning, Alf Mizzle. Hold on. I'm gonna have to check my message in just a minute. It says something about your membership. Let me see. My membership is gone. Okay, I'll try to get the link for you. Just one moment for the membership. I do apologize. You know, YouTube just doesn't like me. I just don't know. YouTube just plays games. I want to cut my ears off. The audio on Twitter was accidentally listened. I was like, oh my gosh, are we supposed to be hearing this? And y'all, they were just playing the audio. What's up to my twin? Y'all see my twin in the chat. Y'all see twin in the chat. We have Glam Rocks in the chat. Shout out to Glam Rocks. Make sure that you all are supporting Glam in the mornings. Y'all, I when I get up, I can. Y'all know when them kids get off to school, I get my nap on. But my good sis comes and gives that good word every morning. Good morning, everybody, because I know I won't be able to speak to you all individually, charge it to my head and not my heart. And that's on period, Miss Blackberry. So let's get into it because we're 8 minutes in and we ain't talked about nothing. Okay, so I do know they give you the real tea. Hey, Jazzy J. I do know they give you the real tea. Courtney, you do not have commercials. Yes, I finally turned the commercials on, Soulstar. I have not been doing it, and my money looking a little funny on YouTube, so I went on and cut them on. I usually wait till after the live, and then I cut the ads on, but y'all gonna get that ad work today, okay? I'm trying to see if my coins add up, okay? It's just a test run. It's just a test run, okay? That's what happened when you get monetized. I got the ads now. But anyway, let's get into it. So I do know that Giving You the Real Tea did an interview with Destiny. We'll get to that. We will get to the interview with Destiny and whatever, you know, the Giving You the Real Tea guy. Oh, thank you, Miss Blackberry, for the super chat. Blessings to you, my good sis. I appreciate you even taking the time out to go in your pocket and donate to the channel. I appreciate you. And it does not, you know, go unnoticed. So to each and everyone that donates, I appreciate it. Thank you, Miss Blackberry. Do you have to watch the whole commercials to get paid? No, just skip it. I don't know, but I don't. When I'm on somebody's channel, I watch until it say skip, and I skip tab. But I don't really know how it works, but just skip them. I won't tell you nothing I don't do. We'll get to the Destiny of it all, but Destiny is boring to me, y'all. Destiny is a liar. It's really nothing new that she didn't do in the interview that she doesn't do all the time. I want to get back to this revelation yesterday. We had a quick chat in here. Oh, please. Oh, okay. Thank you for that. It's AT said I love my mods. Shout out to Miss Blackberry. It's AT said she's dealing with the aftermath of Hurricane Francine. And to anybody that's dealing with the hurricane, we send love, peace, and blessings. And that's even a bigger blessing, Miss Blackberry, that you even donated to the channel. And you all are going through the hurricane. But glad to see you here. Glad to see that you are still healthy and happy, and thanks for being here. We appreciate you. So yesterday we had the revelation with the text gate. We're going to call it text gate over here. Okay. Hey, Indigo girl, we're going to call it text gate. And I just want to rub it in a little bit. Yeah, I want to rub it in a little bit, y'all. Can I rub it in a little bit? Y'all gonna let me pop it a little bit over here? Because when it first broke, I did a poll in my members only. I did a poll and I asked the people, I said, do you think it was Slaw on the audio, or do you think it was Stormy? And it was just a 55 to 45% ratio. Good morning, healthcare worker. Miss Blackberry, and I will. So it was a 45 to 55% ratio. So Star, thank you, my good sis. Thank you for the $9.99 super sticker, super chat. I appreciate you all supporting the channel. It means the world to me. Thank you so much. So it was a 45 to 55% ratio. We had a debate in the members only, and a lot of people were saying that they thought that it was Slaw. And, I told y'all initially in the chat, good morning, Sabrina, I thought that it was Slaw. And then when I started to pay attention to the context, and then I told y'all, once I started listening to the audio, I was like, you know what? It don't even sound like Slaw. It does not even sound. Oh, thank you, dear Yvette. Thank you for the flowers. I received them. Thank you. Hey, Brenda. Hey, Mama Dama. I started to say, if you pay attention to the audio, I know it's kind of hard when you're doing audio and it's not like a long clip and you're playing it through a speaker to other people. I said, but if you slow it down, if you start, I'm at home with my own devices, I'm slowing it down, I'm listening. I'm like, it does not even sound like Slaw at this point. It does not sound like Slaw. Shout out to Sugar. Sugar was up here with me. Sugar said we were right. Sugar was up here with me. We were trying to break it on down for y'all. Sugar was breaking it on down. I was trying to quarterback that thing because, Sugar was already breaking it down. I was telling y'all, I had already told y'all, but y'all don't want to hear me. Then Sugar came up. Sugar came up and Sugar was breaking it down. Y'all weren't feeling this, though. I could tell y'all wasn't feeling what me and Sugar was putting down. But we got vindicated, Sugar, okay? We were vindicated. And they're still saying Mel is lying, and there's no receipts provided that Mel is rallying her fans to go after Stormy and to attack her business, doxing people. I'm exhausted with the lies. We're going to get there, Samantha. We're going to get there because I tapped into a live last night. Y'all know I don't watch a whole lot of YouTubers. I kind of stick with the same one, but I tapped into, I'm just going to say, a male content creator's live. And I was over there all of 5 minutes before I said, oh, let me pack my bags and, get on. This ain't what I'm about to listen to over here. So when I tapped into the page yesterday, they were over there saying, he was saying, oh, I got Stormy's number. Stormy has texted me, and it's a 265 number. And so have we already gone over that over here, y'all? Hadn't I told y'all that when I used to work, I used to do private dispatching, like on the side. I have my real phone number, but I used to do a Google Voice. I've had a text now number. I've had a Google. Sometimes when you go out and in these, in the scenes and you go out, sometimes I keep a number on tuck just because some men can't accept rejection. So I might give them my fake number. So in case they try to call me in front of me, be like, okay, make sure I get them a wrong number because they all aggressive and ish. I might get them my, text now, my Google number. They don't have my real number, so I can know to, just flag those calls. So they were over there. He was saying, yeah, she got a She got a 265 number. She texts me, so I'm just not convinced. And so people were in the comments, yeah, Mel being weird now. Mel jealous of Stormy. Mel being weird. She's jealous. Stop pushing those lies out. Stop pushing those narratives out. I told y'all from the get-go, when I first started talking about this, I told y'all from the get-go, Melody is smart enough. I don't think we give Mel enough credit. When Mel brought it to us, I felt like Mel already knew that who it was on the call. Mel works with these people. Y'all think when she hear their voice on the phone, she don't know who she's talking to. She's worked with these people the last couple of years. I feel like she already knew. I feel like she had done all the investigation that she needed to do prior to bringing it to us. I think she's just on her exposing era. She's just on her exposing era. So when she brought it to us, she already knew who the culprit was. She was just giving us enough hints to see if we would catch on. Another thing that I think people weren't catching on to, remember when she kept saying the lingo? She was saying this on yesterday. She was like, she was paying attention to the lingo, like when she kept saying, hey, hey, you know, and then I saw Millie Chun did a video, and Millie Chun said that's the same way that Stormy approached her when she wanted her to come to the party in the pasture. She was like, hey, hey, you know, that some people just have a thing that they say. You'll know if you talk to them on a regular basis. Also, if you listen to Mel, even from the first live when she first exposed who the number belonged to, if you listen to Mel, you know when somebody's kind of trying to do an impersonation of somebody. But if you're not paying attention, you wouldn't have caught that she was kind of doing a Stormy impersonation. She was doing an impersonation when she was reading the text. Like, I'm going to play this audio. This is from the audio from yesterday. But if you listen to it, it wouldn't let me upload my video to my StreamYard because it's too long and I didn't break it up. But I'm going to play the audio from yesterday. If you pay attention, she's doing, like, to me, this is another reason I caught it. If you pay attention, it's like she's giving a Stormy impersonation. And make sure y'all are hitting that like button for me, please. And thank you. Let me get this audio up.
Just in case y'all forgot. Let's see. Y'all ready for me to read it? Hey, y'all. This mystery number text went. But here, let me show y'all again. I'm going to show the number, of course. Okay, it said, this how the message started, right here. Hey, hey, girl, my jaw is on the floor from last night's episode, right? So again, I'm paying attention. So this is the message, that's how it started through my son's phone. Hey, hey. So I went my phone, looking up stuff. And, you know, grammatically correct, typically you do hey, comma, hey, hey, hey would be like that. But this person in my phone literally wrote hey, hey.
Okay, so did y'all catch that when she was reading the text? Did y'all catch how she was like, hey, girl? You know, she was kind of giving you like an impersonation of something. And to me, that was an impersonation of Stormy. You know, I think, you know how Stormy is like, hey, girl, and that's what's up. You know, it was giving those vibes to me. That's how I was able, you know, I was trying to lead y'all to the water. I always give out fake numbers to the police department because that's who you call. Now leave me alone. You know what, Miss Blackberry? Let me get on that one. Let me get on that one, child. I've been trying to join the members, but I don't see where to go. Let me see if I can find the link for you all. I'll drop the link if I can find it while I'm doing the live, because you're the second person to ask me for that link this morning. And I love to have y'all as members. Shay P said, I know who you're talking about. I just watched that CC. I was like, stop playing dumb. You know that lady got 2 phones. Even I have 2 pins and phone numbers. That's what I'm not getting. People act like Stormy is not a businesswoman. Most business people, even Mel has 2 phones. She got the red phone. We all know she keep a burner phone. And she got enough. Most people with businesses will have multiple numbers. That does not mean that the number you have, just because you have this number, is negates the fact that the number that texts Mel's phone, she gave you one number, Slaw might have another number. What that mean? Most people, a lot of people have 2 numbers. I personally don't have 2 phones, but I got about 3 numbers. You feel me? I got about 3 numbers I can give out. So what does that mean? She's a businesswoman. And then she's not even a good businesswoman at that. She's had several liens, lawsuits, cases. So I'm sure she has multiple numbers. That's not anything crazy to have, for you to have a different number. So for him to get up there and be like, well, Mel, I don't know, Mel it's a lot because I got this too. You just want somebody to know that Stormy done contacted you. And so she contacted a lot of people because she wanted a lot of y'all on her side. And y'all fall for the bait every time. She probably sent you a couple of $4.99 super chats, you know? So I didn't like that. And then, like I said, the people in the comments were, Mel being weird. Mel is just so jealous of Stormy. What does Mel have to be jealous of, y'all? Let's be honest. Mel was already on the show. And Stormy may have had a fan base prior to the show. But I'm just going to take it. Y'all, I've always been into celebrity news, entertainment news, gossip news. I've been in those streets for many, many years. Even though my page is new, I've always kept my ear to like celebrity entertainment and gossip. So I'm one of the people that did not know Stormy prior to the show. I just didn't. Now, after she got on the show and they began to talk about Canvas Beauty and the hair products and who she was, then I started to take notice of her products in the stores. At that point, I started to take notice. But prior to her coming to the show, I'm part of the people that did not know who Stormy was. So there is a group of people that, you know, she had her clientele and her base, but I'm a part of those people that did not know. I just didn't know who Stormy was, and that's okay. Let's see. Yeah, there's someone saying that her cousin confirmed that Stormy doesn't have another phone and her phone number is not 662, like people were willfully being obtuse. So what y'all think her cousin gonna say? What her cousin supposed to say? Yeah, that's her number. Sure is. Why Stormy ain't came out and saying nothing? Y'all don't think the dust mites and the stormites ain't went over there and got in her inbox and told her all the stuff that's being said about her? And let me pull up her Instagram. Y'all don't think TikTok queen was on TikTok while she getting drugged on TikTok? Y'all don't think Stormy already know what's going on? Y'all think Stormy is clueless as to what's being said? This been going on for a couple of days before Mel confirmed the name. But y'all don't think Mel was bold enough. Let me tell you how bold Mel was. Mel was bold enough to play the video of Stormy. She was bold enough to play the video of Stormy getting her, what's that Tesla truck? The Cybertruck for Mother's Day. She was bold enough to play that video of Stormy. Do y'all think Stormy don't know what's going on? So why Stormy ain't speaking up for herself? If I didn't do something, baby, I probably would have tapped the link on that live and said, let me come up. I'm in here, let me come up. Or I would have went live myself. I would have said something. Y'all don't think Stormy know how to speak up for herself? What the cousin's supposed to say? I mean, people just, like you said, they being willfully obtuse at this point. Because what are they supposed to say? I mean, they supposed to say that ain't their cousin number. I mean, why would she not say that? Why would the cousin not say it? Let me get Stormy pulled up here. Okay, and let me share my screen because we ain't gonna play crazy. I don't let the people play crazy over here, okay? I like the people to have a full understanding. And all that I'm getting, we got to get an understanding, y'all. Okay, this is her story. So let's stop right here and see what she's talking about. I can't see the first part because it said Canvas Girl Beauty. She's talking about some patches, those beauty patches. I guess she getting ready to sell. Sometimes things happen in your life that we don't expect, don't make sense, etc. We have seasons where things fall apart only to come back together as art. That's been my life these last 4 years, and I'm truly thankful God allowed me to experience all the seasons. I've learned just how much during the past years as I did the good years. It's truly shaped me into who I am today. Still a liar, schemer, and scammer, but anyway. And I'm really proud of who I am because of the faith I've acquired. I feel the closest to being of God than I ever have. And this makes me happy. I know my steps are ordered, and I know my calling is great, and I always move with the level of understanding, I think is what it says. Now let me go to the next story. It says, to know the journey is to live it. To live the journey is to believe it. To believe the journey is to dream it. To dream the journey is God's plan. To have an anointing over your life and to understand your path is only for you. The conversation today was priceless. God has his hand on you at Canvas Girl Beauty. This is, I guess, something somebody sent her. Obedience requires faith that's unbreakable. Your obedience is allowing others to understand God's favor. Child, they put the good Lord in anything, child. Then there's this, and we don't have anything after this. So they know everything that be going on these YouTube streets. So y'all think that somebody so bold as Mel did. Mel, that was a bold move, y'all. That was a bold boss move. Mel could have went live on IG. She could have went live on her IG page. Mel went to TikTok. Y'all know Stormy's supposed to be, these are air quotes, the TikTok queen. And you can't take that away that she's had the most, sales on TikTok. That's something you just can't take away from her. But she went over to TikTok land and exposed her. So, and you know how they is over there. It'd be a lot of trolls trolling over there. So Mel was very bold. The Mel that I know, the melody that I've come to watch, come to pay attention to, she doesn't move. She kind of moves in a flawless way. She doesn't move off impulse. She doesn't move off emotion. She kind of lets stuff gather. She keeps receipts. So I'm inclined to believe that Melody was fully aware of who was on the call before she even ever presented it to us. I'm under the impression that she already has it fully confirmed in a way that if she was to be challenged, it would already be fully confirmed that she knows who's on the other end of that phone. Because if I'm presenting something to the world, just me personally, now by myself, I might have some things that I have to work out, some kinks and, figure some things out before I present it to make sure that I'm right about where my, where I'm going. But by the time I'm ready to present it to the world, I've already crossed all my T's and dotted all my I's. And I feel like Melody is that type of person that knows how to dot her I's across her T's before she even presents it to the world, because she knows the backlash. She knows the naysayers. She knows that people are going to question her. So I'm sure her receipts already are receding. That's why when she pulls that red phone out, do y'all notice when she pulls the phone out that nobody can really come back with anything when she pulls the phone out? Because they're usually just talking, but she usually has something to back up what she's saying. Especially, AJ said, especially when she says weak as fuck. Exactly. Because that's Stormy's, I was telling y'all, that's Stormy's lingo. If you pay attention, it was her lingo. Let me get down, because y'all know I get real behind in these comments. Innocent Instigator said, yes, when you look back and listen that day, she is speaking as well and tend to have the voice impersonation. Exactly. If you pay attention, she was impersonating Stormy. That's how I knew, like, that ain't slaw impersonation. That's Stormy. That's what's up. That's that kind of talk. I do it all the time without realizing. T's Talk TV said, Court, she did the whole time. Yep, she did the Stormy voice the whole time. People just weren't catching on because so many people just are so used to it being Slaw. Slaw has done so much. Everybody wanted it to be her. But I'm telling y'all, when Mel was doing the redirect because everybody was already saying Slaw. If it was Slaw, Mel would have no reason to redirect the people. You see what I'm saying? Because everybody was in the comments already saying Slaw. So if it was her, that's what I'm saying. We have to pay attention to the context clues. If it was her, she would have been like, y'all know what's going on. She was redirecting us. That's why she even said it on her live yesterday. That's why I gave y'all the area code. Who do I know from Mississippi? And I told y'all that on the live when me and Sugar was up here. Good morning, Lonnie. Y'all got to pay attention, y'all. I've been a super sleuth in my past life. I know when people try to give me clues, baby. People be trying to give you some nonverbal clues sometimes, and you got to be able to pick it up. And baby, I'm gonna pick them up every time. You can look at me crazy sometimes, and I'll be like, "Oh, okay, I got Thank you, it's Tay. So for those that want to join the membership, here is the link. Thank you to my mods. 2 numbers and emails. Period. Instigate. I got 4 emails. I got 4. Okay, because I just got a lot. So people be acting like you can't have multiple forms of. Matter of fact, I got 2 Instagrams. I got one that I don't use that I was going to build that one for my platform, but I never built it, but I still have it. I still have access to it. So people having multiple forms of contact and you saying, oh, well, she ain't called me from that number, baby. You just a Stormite. Just say that. Just say I ride with Stormy and I like her, because Stormy ain't even talking for her damn self. Stormy ain't even Stormy being called out left and right. She ain't saying nothing for herself. So how you gonna cape for her without her even giving you anything to go off of? Sean Willis says, I have been in the bushes listening to you and I love your commentary. Thank you, Sean. I appreciate you. Melody has been teaching the last couple of weeks. Some people lack listening and comprehension skills. And she said that yesterday too. Baby, y'all ain't paying attention. People do text the way they talk. They sure do. Sure do. Pay attention, Miss Blackberry, pay attention. You'll see people will text just the way they talk. And they have a pattern. Like she said, they have a pattern. That hey, the fact that Millie Chung could also say she got a text that said, hey, that's, some people have a signature thing that they do that you just know is them. Hey, Elisa. Prayers up of Tyra in New Orleans. Storm is over, had power through the whole thing. Now power is off. Elisa, you're in the hurricane. We're sending prayers to you, Elisa. Sending prayers and love to you all in the path of the hurricane. I hate to hear that. Hopefully you won't be without power for long. Child, people even asking why the phone was in Mel's house after she said any phone Martell buys the kids will not be in her house. I had to leave that chat. I couldn't take the lies, baby. I couldn't take the lies too, baby. I stayed over there all of 5 minutes and I said, you know what? Before I be over here arguing with these fools and I got my page and I don't want nobody coming over to my page with the foolishness, let me go. I know when it's time to exit somewhere. I know when it's time for me to go. Because no, I ain't about to sit here and listen to this foolishness. Y'all trying to say somebody jealous. Melody has nothing to be jealous of. Like Melody said, Stormy came on a show that she pitched, that she is the star of, to get her name out there. Because I was one of those that didn't know who Stormy was. Melody already has a successful brand. And let me tell you why this is so damaging and why her stepping out and finally stepping up and stepping out and speaking up for herself is vital. Because truth be told, we don't know how much longer Love and Marriage Huntsville gonna last. Love and Marriage Huntsville is not doing well with the numbers. The cast really don't get along. The executive is biased. They won't handle business. We don't know how much life this show has, to be honest. We don't know how much show this life has. So for her to build her brand, although 7th Avenue Beauty is already $1 million selling business, it can only go up, and for her to keep putting herself out there, joining new platforms such as TikTok, getting her name out there, continuing her successful business practices, her successful business acumen that has yet to have a lawsuit, that has yet to go under, that is steadily climbing in sales. It's very damaging for people and I get why she's doing these red phone conversations. It's very damaging for people to keep, especially when the executive on the show is involved, for him to keep having people slander your name when you are trying to build your business and your brand outside of the show. Because once this show is over, Mel still has to continue with her brand, continue with her business and her children, making a way for her and her children. And for people to continue to lie on her name, it's unacceptable. It's unacceptable. It's just unacceptable. And to see that the same people that you helped with their platform, that you helped bring onto your platform and make a name for themselves. Because again, I'm one of the people that didn't know Stormy prior. I only started noticing her products after the show. So for those same people to now, it shows how they were using you You know, that's a lot. And I don't blame her. Pull that red phone. Every time they play with you, pull it out. And they acting like they don't understand it was her son fault. Baby, they playing dumb. Mel was self-made millionaire in her early 20s, period. Me too. I keep going. I keep up with the celebrity guys. So sugar, I always have. Always have. 96 watching 66 likes. We had 152 with them lights looking like now. CDW, hey. Rhonda F, hey. I never heard of Canvas Beauty until the show. Me either. And that's just the God's honest truth. I did not. Neither did I. I didn't know of her and still ain't seen her stuff in stores. Lonnie, I saw it in a beauty supply, a local beauty supply. Other than that, I don't really see it anywhere else, but I did see it at a local beauty supply after the after I started watching the show. Let's see. Shay P says she has to have 2 numbers for her business because if her business is public, you can pull her business info, address, and phone number. Why would she list her personal phone numbers? Exactly. People just play crazy. People play crazy, and there's nothing you can do about people that want to play crazy. It's nothing you can do. That part, where's Stormy at? Where's Stormy at to talk for herself? Who are the fans that Kicking It with Courtney? I have family from Mississippi, and I have never heard of her products, her hair products. The first time I've ever heard Stormy was me too. I never heard of them. I don't know who. You know, I'm sure some people that knew of her before, but I'm just not one of them. My siblings and family will lie for me in a blink of an eye. Sean, I said this yesterday. My grandma used to have a saying. My grandma used to say they'll lie to you, they'll lie for you, and they'll turn around and lie against you. Okay. And I know mine will. My family know to say what they know to play the part and say what I need them to say. Stormy hadn't came out because she knows Mel is letting all the cats out of the bag. She hadn't came out because she knows she come out. Mel got that one hit quitter. Okay. Mel got that that's one thing. Okay, I got you. Mel has that one hit quitter. Mel got the receipts. And if you just pay attention to how they move, Stormy don't really come with receipts. Stormy ain't really came with no receipts with Kyle. Stormy don't have no receipts. Stormy blocked me. All I did was put a snake on Instagram. Child. That's why I don't even get in Stormy comments because I know I'm gonna be blocked. Bold, yes. I was like, clear their ass, man. Clear them up. Clear it up so it forever be clear. And call them by their name. Mel show videos and all, child. When I say Mel pulled that video, I said, oh, Mel ain't playing. Mel bold. The whole cast knows Mel every move. They are professional stalkers. Sure are. Hey, Valerie. What's up, my good sis? Stormy is weak AF. And y'all know what AF means in my melody voice. She only a big thumper when she has somebody with her. She ain't no diva, period. That's why she got weak-ass Destiny. That's why she rocking with weak-ass Destiny. Because Destiny always trying to latch on to somebody because she ain't got nothing going for herself. So she trying to latch on so she can pop her stuff off. Nail ain't got nothing going on. See, Stormy made those million in sales and everybody wanted to be on Team Stormy because they trying to, they trying to come up with something. So they trying to come up. They trying to, they feel like Stormy was the big dog. So, I get it, but it just exposes them for who they really are. Hey, all about the tea, all the tea in China, excuse me. We're good. Y'all are good. Good to hear that. Samantha says the first time I've heard of Stormy or Canvas Beauty was LAMH, and people can say whatever they want. LAMH has allowed Stormy a greater exposure than before. Sure has. I did not know who Stormy was. I just didn't. That's me personally. I didn't. Her and Martell, I'll probably have emergency meetings to regroup and start over. Child, she called Martell so quick and said, why you didn't tell me? Why you didn't tell me that number didn't belong to Slaw no more? But I'm inclined to believe y'all. Okay, you know how in the last episode, like I said, I still haven't done my review. I'm probably going to get to that tonight, tomorrow, hopefully, if not tonight. But do y'all remember that last scene where Destiny was trying to say, where she was like, I don't have no relationship with her. That's who he's with. So am I just never supposed to be around her or something? All them lies she was spilling. I'm inclined to believe they all hang out. I'm inclined to believe they're all cool. Stormy, Slaw, Destiny. And I feel like they all swap stories. I'm inclined to believe they're all cool. They all swap stories and they all come up and they all kind of get together and laugh and come up with, childish antics to go against Mel on the show. Now, that's just my personal belief. I don't have no proof. I don't have no receipts. That's just, I'm inclined to believe, because remember when Destiny did that video of Slaw and the kids, and then she tried to clean it up? Well, at first she was like, well, they family now. Then you went with, oh, well, it was his birthday. Am I supposed to act like, yeah, because you paying that camera on purpose. Slaw wasn't next to him. Slaw was on the opposite side of Martell, on the opposite side of you. You did that on purpose. So I'm inclined to believe that they all get together and find out ways that they can, like, you know, they can mess with Mel. And I told y'all this yesterday. They don't have anything in the present that they can come at Mel about. If you notice, they always come at Melody. When they come at Melody, it's always some old shit. It's always some Martell shit. It's always some 4 years ago shit. It's never current stuff. It's never her business acumen. It's never how she violated somebody. It's never her work ethic. It's never something she personally did to somebody on that show. It's always some issue with Martell. Always, which is a reflection of Martell's behavior. But they always come at Mel on some, they can never come at her with something that pertains to actually something she's done. Stormy all talk, and she worship a different God, in my opinion, and does. Okay. Lonnie says, did anyone see Coleslaw posting her story saying that she was addressing somebody against Stormy? And was it fake? I have it. Let me pull it up. No, it's not fake. It's from a few years ago. I mean, not a few years ago, maybe like a year or so ago. It's not new. It's not fake, but it's just not new. She didn't post it new. This is something she posted. That time Stormy had got on her live. If y'all think back, Stormy had got on her live a while ago and was trying to act like she didn't know Arian like that. And so Arian made a post in her stories, but this is just an old post. It's just not current. Let me bring it up on my screen. Hold on one second. And it's T, you're good, my good sis. You're good. Let's see. Let me pull it up on my screen and share it for y'all. And it's kind of small, so hopefully y'all can see it. I think this is what you're talking about, Lonnie, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. Can y'all see it? Is it too small? Can y'all see it? Look like it's small. Let me go down. Can y'all see it? It looks like it. Let me go all the way down in the comments, chat. Can y'all see it? Anybody tell me if y'all can see it? Anyway, I'm gonna read it to y'all. This was Slaw's story. That time that Stormy came out and was acting like she didn't know who Slaw was. It's small. It's too small. Okay, I'll read it to y'all. Okay, so this was Slaw posted that time, and I can put it on my community wall if y'all want to read it for yourselves or snap it or whatever. But let me show y'all. Let me show y'all real quick. Let me read it to y'all. I'm gonna have to pull it up on my phone because it's small for me. That's why I figured it was small. Okay, so this is what it says. This is from Arian. Again, this is way back when Stormy tried to come out and act like she didn't really know who Slaw was. So Slaw wrote on her page, on her Instagram, on her story, she was like, I will be speaking on the girl who just did a live about me trying to clear her name or whatever. Let's be clear. I was never following you on Instagram. Your personal page and business page followed me, and you unfollowed me on your personal page after you paid to get on the show. The show you was talking about, the show you was talking shit about, and your so-called friend, LOL. I've been minding my business, and I wasn't even going to say nothing because I really could care less about fake ass people paying their way to get on. But stay tuned. She spoke on me first. So this was Slaw coming at Stormy. That time Stormy tried to deny knowing her. And Slaw was saying that Stormy paid her way to get on the show. And so apparently Stormy, there's that rumor out there, and, Slaw is basically confirming it in this rumor that Stormy paid Martell to get on the show. But y'all know Martell just took that money and spent it as he saw fit. And she ended up having to go through Melody to get on the show. And I've told y'all before, I think that Slaw's mouth, she has diarrhea of the mouth. She tells all her business, and people use everything that she tells them, and they take all of the information that she gives them about Melody, and they'll go and they'll infiltrate those camps that she can't infiltrate, because Martell ain't really trying to bring her on that show. I.e., yesterday, my discussion about Carson and Stormy. I think both of them got some information from Slaw. They got enough information that they knew how to approach Mel. They knew how to get in her circle. They knew enough about the show. And, they took the ball and ran with it. And that's just my opinion. And let me see. Let me drop the link in case anybody wants to come up while I'm talking. But let me catch up with y'all comments too, because baby, I don't know how I caught that comment from that troll yesterday, because y'all, sometimes I cannot keep up with the chat. But why I catch that comment from the troll out of all the comments, y'all? I caught the comment from the troll. Martell slow ass doing all of this, yet still begging to get back on with her, and he cannot be serious. Sir, Mel said she's strictly dickly, and you act like a whole bitch out here. Period. She don't want that. Acting like Puss in Boots, Martell. What's up, sugar? Good sugar?
Hey, Courtney. Good morning, Queen.
Good morning.
I'm just coming up. See, we told him. We told him, Court.
We tried to told
him. And I like the dialogue. We took it slow with him.
Slow walked it. We slow walked it, sugar.
And I kept saying, the devil's in the details. Go back to the message. Read the message, like what she's actually saying. That's what I meant, like the cadence of the message, the wordplay. All of that was telling it. And I agree with you. She knew, Mel knew, and Mel put it out there so, everybody could know. And the thing about it is, she got me when she like, hey, this ain't no old BS. This happened today.
Right.
This just happened. You know what I'm saying? So,
and she kept saying, I can't even make this up.
You can't make it up. It's like things that has came to pass has just literally came to her. She's not looking for it. She's not digging for it. She be doing her own thing in her own Melody world. And then something just appear and tell on all them. And the thing about it is, the millimeters, you could throw me in there. I've been here day one since she came out, but us millimeters, we gonna get it because see, we know the story. Do you know, Courtney? My daughter called me and put me on Facebook on speakerphone, and she works for CPS, which is Chicago Public School. Okay, So she works for CPS. Do you know them gals over there was talking about Love and Marriage Huntsville?
What they were saying, sugar?
So they got the story all wrong because all they do is watch the watch the show. The show, excuse me, right. Watch the show. And I had to get them all straight. They had it all twisted with Destiny and all that. I had to get them all. I was on a speakerphone, girl. So they was like, okay, we're going to go back to day one. And then we're going to just, FaceTime, you again. Girl, I was like, oh. So I see what Carlos doing because all they're watching is the show. They don't have no idea. She didn't even know what Martell did to Melody.
That's how all these legions of people are coming up. If you pay attention, and it's because a narrative. That's why I said it's so dangerous how they're doing it, because this show doesn't have a whole. I just don't feel like it has a whole long lifespan left. And so Melody is building her businesses, outside of the show. She, has Nubian TV. She has 7th Avenue. But if they continue with the narrative and the way that the exec Carlos, even on Messy Mondays, how he tries to spin this narrative that she's difficult, that she has no friends, she can't maintain relationships, she's the problem. I don't blame her. I absolutely do not blame her for standing up for herself and flashing these receipts and exposing people for who they really are, exposing what's really going on, exposing all the lies. Like they tried to say, we didn't come to the podcast because we're scared of the millimeters, yet it was a contractual issue.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just, I don't blame her, because I have to be able to maintain outside of this. And see, now all y'all playing on my top, all y'all used me. It was cool when y'all was using me, but now that I've set boundaries and I won't allow you all to use me anymore, y'all keep trying to make me out to be the villain. And sometimes you're gonna always be the villain in somebody's story, but if I'm gonna be the villain, I'm gonna be a good villain. We gonna have a reason.
Yeah, and then I'm just gonna say this, and I'm gonna let Simone Wealthy. But now Kendrick Lamar, he just released a song yesterday, right? But he said something. I want to just say a verse that he said that was so profound because it means something, right? He said that they don't hate me, they hate the man that I represent. So that's what I feel is going on here with Melody. You
Say
know,
it one more time, Sugar.
Okay, they don't hate Melody. They hate the woman that she represents. They hate morals, ethics, respect, motivation, inspiration. They hate people pouring in to people. So that's why we just, lining all these devils up.
That was profound.
That was
That
a word.
was profound. I ain't got nothing else to say after that. Let me hang up.
Look, Simone, I be the same way in the palace. When I go, Sugar, I'm like, oh no, let me go behind Sugar. Let me go first.
Yeah, she could be laying it down.
Let
She be
Sugar
laying
eat
it down.
Girl,
Oh
when
my
them
God.
words resonate with me.
Listen, what's the name of that song, Sugar? You said it just released yesterday?
Yeah, it just released yesterday, but it's on his Instagram. He released it on his Instagram, and guess what? He didn't give it a name. But what he's saying is, the words he's saying several times in there is the party must die. Time for the party to die. He said we got to get them up out of here. Draw the line. We not like them. Y'all keep trying to, I'm telling you, it's very powerful. But that verse, out of all of it, even though he has a lot in there, but that was the most profound statement to apply to this situation. So just like Melody was saying in her live yesterday, they're gonna hate. They, it's nothing she could do about it. Her star has been lit.
Yes.
It's nothing we can do about it. That's why we ride up and say the truth. Because we know the story. We walk the walk with her. We're part of it, whether we digital or not.
Okay, who is this? Rod, what is that? Rod Profective TV. I don't know if I'm saying that correct. Rod Profective TV. If I'm saying that correct, me and Two had this conversation yesterday about Carson, and I'm gonna let Simone Wealthy talk, and then we're gonna revisit that conversation that I had about Carson because here for Hots, he had it locked down yesterday because as she should, because she's been on Stormy head from day one. So she had it locked down yesterday. So a lot of people may have missed that, but we'll revisit that Carson conversation. Simone, what did you want to add, my good sis?
Honestly, I was in and out yesterday. I was running errands, so I was catching bits and pieces. So what if I'm correct? I caught some of Melody's live, and I think I caught it on some other CC's channel. Basically, she came out and pointed the finger at Stormy as the culprit of sending these text messages and the one that we heard on the phone, right?
She called out
boldly. So at this point, to me, I just look at this so spiritual. She has been under attack probably the entire time that we have been looking at this show. I mean, can you imagine being around all of these? I mean, when she's filming, these people who are just coming after you for no reason. No one has a solid reason for not liking you. Here comes Stormy's ass, just because she's jealous or whatever reason, asking her to be an ambassador. That's how she's trying to get her in there. And now on the show, and all along, she's been cool and friends with this heifer who ruined her family. That has got to be, I don't know. I don't know how she,
the biggest slap in the face?
Yes. I mean, and now she's sitting up there, ain't gonna address it. She ain't gonna say anything. If a person is lying on me and I didn't do that, it wasn't me. You don't you know, I'm not on Instagram like that, but I would be going live like that have a line. I don't know what the hell she talking about. I ain't did XYZ ...
Simone, I wouldn't care if I was on Instagram, baby. I'd make a page.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. So she did that stuff, and now she's going to get piano teeth and any other of them demons to try and get them on her side. I mean, not that she got to do much because they stupid anyway. They just demon spawn. But this, I mean, I'm flabbergasted. I already knew. We already kind of put the puzzle pieces together, but to have it solidified with this, I mean, like she said, this was like today, like yesterday. This was
Right.
recent. This ain't some stuff that happened 4 years ago. They
Exactly.
continuously to come and attack her for whatever reason. What is wrong with you people? What is wrong with them? And then you get and well, I know what's wrong with them. They're getting it from the head snake in charge.
Mhm.
It's coming from the head snake in charge. He to me is extremely
You see how
upset,
he put
jealous.
Tisha and Destiny on that road trip?
Oh God, he had no. He
Yes.
couldn't even give them a spirit
As soon as
airline
Mel
ticket to
said them
get up
people
there.
ain't friends for real, what he do? Put them on a
No,
road trip.
exactly. He's trying to combat everything that she's doing, and he just
Mhm.
didn't expect her to blow up and grow like she did. He was going to. He wanted to keep her like he's kept the rest of them, like he has Tisha, like he has Destiny. He wants to keep them under his foot, and she's not. She's so far above him right now, and he's upset about that. Just like Candy and Todd, how they elevated above him. Everything he touched fails. So I'm just I'm trying to get all my facts together. I'm putting bits and pieces. Like I said, I was in and out yesterday, but just knowing that heifer was the one who was texting that phone, that she ought to be ashamed of herself. She ought to
She's not.
be.
She
She
don't
She's
have
is
no
not.
shame.
sick.
Yeah,
She
she's not.
is sick. And that's why I hope that what's his name, Kyle. I hope he take her ass to the cleaners. I don't give a damn.
Me
I don't
too.
give a damn. I hope he take her ass to the cleaners and wipe her out. I hope he snake her ass so bad. I'm so sorry.
You know
Simone,
Let
what?
me
let's
I
go
don't.
calm
You
down.
know,
back to
I
the
said because I don't like Kyle either. Because Kyle, when folks trying to tell Kyle what was up, Kyle would cuss people out and
Yeah.
he used to the
yeah.
street.
Well, I
Let's
hope
take
he's
it back
smarter
to
than
the
her and get her
spiritual.
money. I hope he get her because she was coming after an innocent woman over some BS, over some just petty bull jealousy stuff. I don't care about her. I don't care about nothing about her. I mean, all of them. I don't like none of them.
But Simone, take it back to
Oh,
the spiritual though. Take it back to the spiritual. What we
mhm.
looking at is possession. And we
Yes.
looking at viral. It's like so the person that's under this possession, which we know who he is.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
It seems like he's spewing all this viral venom, like just like a content creator here for Hot T said. It seems like everything that touch him get this virus that he's just spraying out against male. It's
Yes.
crazy. Everybody,
Mhm.
not one person. And that's why Mel got her kids covered. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Miss Van,
Absolutely.
all of us, because I want to agree with you when you said, look how long this woman, I heard people say, well, what took her so long? All y'all just demons and devils and
Exactly.
warlocks. Because at the end of the day, she had to get her mind right. See, they don't know about that mental work. They don't know about that
Yes.
mental work. You see what I'm saying? They don't know about that spirit. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? You got to
Mm-hmm.
embody it. It ain't letting
Oh,
nobody teach you. You got to
oh
embody it.
And
my
Mel said that yesterday. Demons don't get tired, y'all. They don't.
They
They
don't.
don't. They don't. They do
They
not get
don't.
tired.
They just keep going and
Oh,
going and
and, and
going.
and what's been sitting with me ever since Saturday, I'm sorry, I can't stand Destiny. To know what she was trying to do with Miss Van at that tennis match, that's taking it too far. When you're trying to provoke people, this ain't no damn show. You at a tennis match. This is an activity for children, and you're trying to bait her into some sort of possible altercation if she had taken the bait. I mean, that is beyond low. Where do you stop? You know what I'm
And the
saying?
fact that
Because
Martell punk ass sat there and let her do it.
and was
Mm-hmm.
snickering and laughing about it. That's why I said, hey, what did Miss Van put on her page last week? The whole of hell opens up for all these flying monkeys or something. I know I'm misquoting her, but go back and look at her page. She said I think it's a Bible verse, but it was perfect. And this is what all of them are falling into. Because how dare you? Where's the respect for your elder? She did
Playing with
nothing to
somebody
you.
she there to support her grandkids and y'all playing on her top like that.
But why
Like
was
y'all
Exactly.
some
Destiny
children
there?
and y'all grown as hell.
Exactly. But
But why
you
was
know they
Destiny
did it
there?
purposely. Exactly. She
To
knew Mel wasn't going
antagonize.
to be
That's
there.
the
She knew
question.
Mel wasn't going to be there because Mel, when she has engagement, sometimes she'll post, where she's going to be. So they knew what her schedule was. That heifer wouldn't have done that stuff if Mel was there. She wouldn't have done it. And people like my mama, it would have been an altercation because I know my mama, she would have got back with her. They have to travel with security. And honestly, I think Miss Man needs to get a restraining order against that heifer. because we see how she acts. She's looking to start something that could provoke her into some sort of physical altercation, so she could try and sue her or something. She needs to get a restraining order. I'm serious, because why do you, if someone speaks to you and you don't say nothing, keep it pushing. Keep it pushing. You don't keep hollering and getting louder trying to force someone to speak to you. That's sick. I would have yanked.
That's like girlfriend and boyfriend behavior, though. Like all the behavior that she's saying that she's doing with Martell. You inviting her like your birthday, like your kids thing. You like come on. But you want to do it all under the guise that y'all just such good friends. Like come on, like cut the crap.
It's BS. It's 100% BS. I'll shut up. I'm sorry.
Hey, Samantha.
Hey, Hey, it's me. I don't know why my photo is not showing on the screen, but
I know who you are. It don't matter. You good.
Oh, okay. I'm just here for a quick second because I'm on break. But yeah, I just wanted to come up and say I am so tired. I'm so tired. I am so tired between the last few days of like windmilling and just trying to get the people to understand what is happening. It's exhausting because people are just really like intent on just not understanding what is happening. And you know what? It caught me too, because when I first started watching the show, I started watching in 2019, and then after a few episodes I stopped. But then I came back in October of 2023 to watch it, and because of YouTube. And when I came on YouTube, the narrative on YouTube was not what I remembered. So I went back to watch all the episodes to catch up to the new season and catch up to what was happening on YouTube. And I was like, oh my God, these people are trying to rewrite history and trying to make this lady seem like she's crazy. Like all these things that are happening to her, they're making it seem like this is not happening to her. And she's the one causing all this turmoil against her cast. And I was like, that's not what's happening here. Why are people saying all these things and not trying to understand that these people don't like her? They're trying to get rid of her, and they're trying to take her off the show. And they will stop at nothing to do that. And then you have all these little dust mites and people crawling all over the place, just creating havoc. I'm like, what is happening?
Baby, they've been cussing me out for days. You hear me?
But it's spiritual warfare. We should not be tired anymore. We should just expect it. Like, we in the thick of it now, y'all. It's spiritual warfare. Like, we already know the story, right? We know they gonna do what they gonna do, because that's what demons do. We know they gonna say the most disgusting things and foul things. But one thing that I see that's rising up out of all of this is when I hear all you wonderful, great content creators speak the truth. Speak the truth. Nothing can't go against truth.
Okay.
Nothing.
Absolutely.
God is truth.
Absolutely.
What are we talking about? It started with truth. Everything
they say
was good.
that we're crazy. They say that we're crazy and we're deranged and we're brainwashed. And I'm just like, how?
We're a cult.
How?
They say everything. We in a cult. That's our leader.
They have no facts. They have no facts. They are just.
They don't have no facts, but their leader is what they doing. The same thing. They doing the same thing for some demons. Y'all said that, okay, listen, this how the show started. This how the show kicked off this year, y'all. Y'all remember the show kicked off this year with Martell being arrested, right?
Yep.
Carlos.
And you don't hear nothing more about
nothing else about it.
But
he was convicted. Martell was convicted before the season even aired. He had already had his conviction. Do you hear me?
Sure. Bring it back, Courtney. Bring it back.
He already had his conviction prior to the season airing. The first episode was about his arrest. Y'all, why we heard shit else? Everybody acted oblivious.
Yeah,
now y'all know everything else that happened on YouTube, but y'all, Stormy, you were attacked by a millimeter, so-called. Everything, y'all know everything else about YouTube, but when it came to Melody and the Martell situation and the seriousness of it, everybody oblivious.
Yeah,
no, because the narrative is, he wasn't arrested for Revenge P. It was just communication, and I'm just like, y'all. Are you dumb? Go look.
And it was Melody petty. Remember, Courtney said Melody was being petty.
The charge says.
Yes.
Oh, it wasn't
Y'all need to run it
actually
back.
out there. It wasn't out there, so it wasn't RP. And I'm like, are you yeah, oh my God.
So we should
They insane.
We shouldn't
coming
lose
from the
focus. We should bring it back there because now that they're attacking Mel right now, right?
Mhm.
Now that she's in the thick of it, I suggest, that's just a suggestion, that's all I do. I suggest that these content creators run it back, because you can run it back and you can have, and y'all got all the narrative, the equipment to make it, to present the truth to who the corporate is. It's all stemming from Martell. And
Absolutely.
I said what I said. It's stemming from him.
It is, and it's
Revenge-
like Carlos
Revenge
is
has
so dead
consumed
set
him.
on making Martell be a man that he's not capable of being, that y'all sat there and played that narrative. Y'all spun that narrative on that show to make it seem like it's just a simple communication, it wasn't anything serious. And Stormy gonna come out, well, I got the same charge, and mine was just, try to minimize
it.
the situation. And the way that they're playing this, and they got that lady on that screen by herself, always fighting all these people, and it's really no validity to anybody's issue with Melody.
None of it.
Run it all back,
At
and
this
that's
point,
gonna
I'm like
scream
Melody.
loud.
I'm going for the puppeteer. That's who we need to go for, the puppeteer, because he's not liked. He's not liked. The snake is not liked in these streets. YouTube Atlanta, he is not liked. He's well
But when we
known,
run
but he
it
is
back,
not
we gonna get
liked.
him.
We need to run back every play. He's in
Exactly.
charge of everything.
Exactly.
He
Let's
can
run all
lie
that back.
through his teeth and his little squinty eyes. He can lie. But the
So y'all
facts
want to
back
paint a
it up.
picture? We're gonna paint a picture. We're gonna paint a pretty picture.
Every
paint.
introduction needs to be put. What's his face is a convicted. Well, I don't know if he's if that was a felony charge, but he's convicted of DV. That needs to be beside his name every time we talk about him. That he's a convicted
The
DV
convict.
communications. Yes,
the convict.
Yes,
Because
scream it loud.
They need to talk about that, because there's no way that is a storyline. That is not really a storyline. It's real. That should be.
But y'all brought it on the show in the first episode, but didn't follow up with the fact that he was convicted. Why not?
Because they don't want to make him look bad.
Because they don't want, exactly. But what I'm saying is, we got the power to run it back.
Exactly.
And we're gonna tell you how it exactly went. The reason why I'm saying this is because what just happened to me, I found myself on a FaceTime, girl, talking to people. Do you hear what I'm saying? I mean, I know this is TV. I found myself talking to these women to get them straight, whether they did or not. But I'm saying, but what I was hearing from them is the way he want it to look, because they don't see nothing else.
Exactly. He's playing it for the people who not on YouTube. If you're on YouTube, you know the facts. If you're not on YouTube, you think that they trying to make Melody to be the person, the bitter woman, the bitter, she's doing all this.
And it works to a certain extent, because if you look at those comments, like I'm not on Twitter, but I take Toot's word. Toot says how she has some windmill on Twitter. I know Samantha is on Twitter.
Me and Toot, we're always on Twitter because people. Oh my God.
It's the Instagram, that reality TV show Instagram page, baby. They be giving it, and I'm like, y'all don't even know. These people are in some type of an alliance. They are all lying together. It's very funny how we went to last season. Okay, how we ended last season at the reunion. Let's be very clear. Stormy never liked Melody. And it wasn't until Melody got on the show, got Stormy on the show, that she could see certain things. But if y'all, let's run it back. We all know now that Betty was in those groups.
Yep.
Season 1, dogging Melody out. She did not like her, talking about her. So how are you going to try to act like you were ever Melody's friend and all this, and then you bring your mama on there to talk about her? Knowing your mama has a problem with her, you bring your mama on there to talk about her. It's just, if you pay attention, it's all been part of the plan, in my opinion. Because why did Carlos even bring Betty to the reunion? Why did you even bring her to the reunion to talk? Why didn't you sit Miss Van up there? Because if you wanted to allow her to go after Melody, and then let Melody have her mom sit next to her and address somebody that's more of her peer, then you have Melody up here sitting there arguing with an older woman. Let Miss Van sit on the couch too.
But you notice they will never have Miss Van up there for the moms to go toe to toe with Miss Van. They'll always have Melody there and these ratchet ass moms to come after her. That's why they don't even want to. They don't even want to even film Melody's real life with her mom.
Well, and
Tisha mom was raggedy as hell, got kicked off, so y'all punished Miss Van too. But what?
You can see in real time though, like this is a spiritual warfare, and God is having His way with them one by one by one. Because each one of them that has come out and did some foul stuff, they all are getting touched in certain ways. It may not come back to them the same way they dished it out, but it's all coming back in certain ways. And you know, you can look at it however you want to, but everything that they doing, look at what bad, I call it bad weather, getting ready to go through. That court situation and them TikTok stuff, or well, I don't know if we can say the name, but that other platform, they are about to. You know, they can slow down the lives. They can redirect people away from her page. What she has dug a hole for herself with this Kyle situation. It's going to be a slow rollout, but it's going to be a very backwards progression for her. It's not going to be the same because he has legitimate contacts. And you look at all the other snakes. Look at the ex-husband. He's about to. Now, if I'm wrong, tell me. But I heard somewhere that they said the state picked up his case. I thought it was already being prosecuted by the state, but if he has to do this jury trial in November, you know that's not going to go in his favor. That's not going to go in his favor because there's evidence to prove that what he did.
Plenty of evidence.
Just like what Melody said. Melody said it ain't about chess no more. It's about monopoly. So run it back. It's about monopoly. I am a queen. I am a monopolist. Okay? You know what I'm saying? So if it's about monopoly, oh, okay. So we finna run it back. We finna run it back. Hashtag run that issue.
Now I want to revisit this conversation from yesterday because some of y'all wasn't in here, some of y'all missed it. Me and Toot was up here talking. Now, this brings it back to the Carson situation. Like I said, Carson was a very hostile time on YouTube. Carson was hostile like it was hostile when Lexi came out. It was a division. And I'm the type, y'all, I can talk about anything with anybody. I'm going to stand 10 toes on what I say. You can stand 10 toes on what you say. But I'm not going to be mad at y'all because at the end of the day, I'm a millimeter. That's it. Everybody else, I'm just having conversational things and what I feel and what I think. Everybody else is, you know, it just is what it is, you know, when it comes to them. So I never understood the divide, how we could be so divided on certain things. It's just a conversation. You stand on your square, I'm going to stand on mine, and then we move on to have another conversation for another day. Okay, the Carson situation was so hostile. Yeah, YouTube was hostile at that time. Okay, this is what we had a conversation about yesterday. When it came to Carson, I was saying how Carson, we all know that Carson's first link was through, we didn't know this initially, but we all know that Carson's first link was through Arian. She linked with Arian. Arian does what she does to everybody, brags on Martell, which he a piece of shit, but she brags on him. She bragged on Martell. She told all her business because she has no friends. So she told all her business to Carson. Carson was new in town. Carson was from Detroit, new in town, new in Huntsville, building her brand. She had moved. I think she was on, prior to, she was telling Arian she wanted to move there. She ended up moving to Huntsville, her and her husband. She met up with Arian that one time. I think they went to a comedy club. But anyway, Arian had been telling Carson all her business, everything pertaining to the show. Carson remember, this is what Carson said. Carson texted everybody or emailed those people on the show, the ladies on the show, to see if they needed a hairstylist. Tisha took the bait. She started doing Tisha's hair. As Tisha and Carson began to build the relationship, remember, Carson said that she told Tisha about the RP situation that Arian had told her because she didn't want any secrets and she didn't want that to be held, you know, like she knew this all this time. Mind you, Tisha never approached Melody and said anything. Tisha never said anything to Mel. Tisha never I feel like Tisha was holding that in her back pocket because I just think Tisha's vicious like that. I feel like Tisha took the information Carson was. I think that's why Tisha was slow rolling Carson out onto the show. I think she was slow rolling her into the show to really kind of bring her on so that she could have a checkmate moment eventually. But it backfired because the RP situation blew up in everybody's face, and Carson ended up went to Melody herself and told her everything that she knew. But I initially think that Tisha was going to use Carson. I'm not saying Carson was fully aware of the plot, but Carson did tell Tisha, and I think Tisha knew that Carson wanted to be on TV. And sometimes I just feel like when you want to be on TV so bad, you'll be silent on certain things because you just trying to, they don't know, I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm just trying to get on TV and do what I can do to, make my dreams come true. I feel like Tisha was going to use Carson to exploit the RP situation because we all know that everybody on the cast, whether they admit it or not, they knew about the RP situation. They knew that video, they've seen the video that Martell was showing everybody.
Sorry,
you can't make me think anything different. And I feel the same way about the Carson situation.
I'm just gonna drop down.
Okay. Thank you, Samantha. I know you're at work, but thank you for coming up.
No problem. Bye-bye.
I feel the same way about the Carson situation as I do the Stormy situation. Stormy was already friends with Slaw. Slaw has diarrhea of the mouth. Slaw, tells every part of every detail. Martell was not able to get Stormy on the show even after she paid for it. And I think Stormy had so much information on how to, approach Mel because Slaw had, just given the drop. And I think it's kind of the same situation. I think everybody goes, Slaw can't get on the show, but she puts so much out there that people are able to use the information that she gives them, and they are able to slither their way on the show. And it ends up blowing up on everybody. I just believe that. And somebody, Alabama born, Florida grown, says, I believe Carson was sent by, hold on, let me go back to the comment, was sent by Carlos, hint by way of Detroit. I think somebody else put that in my chat. Somebody else put that in my comment section yesterday. It was like, isn't Carson from Detroit? Do you think they have like a tie? I don't know. I haven't thought that much into it, but what I am thinking is, do y'all remember when Carson first came out? People are looking at the fact that Carson eventually went to Mel, and she did do a good deed because the RP was able to be blown up that way. And she didn't have to. But what I'm saying is, she had already told Tisha. I think they all were going to use that plot. All of them, as far as the core six, when I say all of them, as far as the core six, they were going to use that plot to, comfort Melody. It was going to be another way to destroy her, to kind of run her off the show. Carson didn't even have any speaking scenes in that Tea Party episode, but if y'all go back to her YouTube page, if y'all go back to her Instagram page, the very next day, Carson was tagging Carlos King. I was watching this because I think it was at that time, I think it's her and Tay Talks were going at it or something. So that's what made me go pay attention to her page. She was tagging Carlos King to my, if y'all want to see me on the show, if y'all want to see me, look at Day Silva, y'all. Oh my gosh. Look at Day Silva. Everybody, y'all drop some crowns in the chat for Day Silva.
Hey,
She
Queen.
has come over, graced my page. Thank you so much. She says, hey, Queen and family, congratulations on being monetized. I lost my train of thought. Day Silva came over here, and I'm just so blessed to have her in the chat. So thank you so much, Queen. Y'all make sure y'all show Day Silva, roll out the carpet for Day Silva, and make sure she feels loved and welcome, because she is one of the queens over here, okay? So if y'all remember, Carson was putting all of those, she was like tagging Carlos King, put me on the show. Y'all want to see me on the show? Put me on the show, put me on the show. Again, this is not negating the fact that Carson did do her due diligence by telling Melody what needed to be told. What I am saying is, I think it was all a plot. Just the same way that Stormy was plotting, I think it all ties into how Martell is always using minions to go after Mel.
I agree. And if you take how Mel communicate through her, Instagram, like, when people be taking the screenshots, you will know, you can line them up to what was going on, like what he was doing to her, like behind the scenes. But I agree, all of that is a plot. But we have enough data, right, Court? We got enough data that can show when it start, when he start conspiring, when other people start coming in. Like it's that clear. And I love to see that. I love to see one of y'all content.
I want to kind of break. I'm gonna have to get it together. Y'all know I be bad with my clips, but I do want to get it together because I think a lot of things slip through the cracks because a lot of times we're not focused on, we'll let smaller things slip through the cracks because just like this phone situation, Melody, me and Sugar was up here trying to tell y'all how it was Stormy. I could tell she was directing us to Stormy by way of her lingo, because everybody was already saying Arian. She was trying to redirect us because she started playing. Let me play the audio again, y'all. Let me play it again. She was saying, hey, she was trying to redirect us. And I kept telling y'all, and y'all was like, no, that's law. I'm trying to tell y'all, she was even doing an impersonation of Stormy's voice. If you would have caught on, she was trying to impersonate Stormy's voice. But I just think sometimes we let so many small things slip through the cracks because we get divided sometimes as male supporters or millimeters. We get divided on, I like this person, you don't like that person. Sometimes we got to let that go and stay focused on whether we like a Carson Blue or not, whether this person like a Carson. We can agree to disagree, but we got to keep our focus. And that's how a lot of times a lot of stuff get going, because we'll be divided half the time. And it's not, okay, you don't like this person, you agree with this person. The main focus is we formed because we saw this woman being bullied. We continue to see this woman being bullied. We continue to see this woman being treated unfairly. We continue to see this gang up mentality. We got to keep the focus there.
Period.
Right.
We got to keep the focus there, because if we keep getting divided on the small things that are sent to be distractions, it's gonna always be a problem because we get distracted too easily.
Right. I agree with your theory about the whole Carson situation. I can definitely see that path of her, coming to light. I don't think that there was any connection with her and Hotel or Carlos. And I say that because he, the way he went after her. Typically if there was some sort of connection or agreement prior, I don't think he would have went that hard at her, because remember, he tried to confront her at the whatever that crap in the barnyard or whatever, that party she had last year. And her husband,
Martell tried to confront Carson.
Yeah, her husband and brother-in-law got at him, and security had to be called and all that stuff. I think she was a puppet. I really think she was a puppet. I think, I really agree with what you're saying. I think she was just trying to get on. She just going to a new city.
I don't think she had necessarily ill intentions. I think some people just want to be on TV so bad, that they will be silent about things that they know because they want to be on TV.
But the person who had ill intentions was Latifah. She had ill intentions. Because even if we're acquaintances and this girl has dropped this information on me, I'm just, as a woman, I'm going to pull you to the side and be like, hey, this is out here. I don't know how you want to address it, but just know that this is out here. She didn't do that.
Exactly,
so I think
because why would Tisha be silent if somebody came to her and said something like that?
Exactly.
Why would any woman be silent on another woman with something as serious as that?
Especially when you have a connection. I know you may not perceive her as as a friend or whatnot, but why would you want to see her humiliated like that? Possibly, you know what I mean? So I think the sole person who had the ill intentions was definitely Latifah when she found out. But, I really just think Carson was a puppet. And once she, everything rolled out, like, just like what you're saying, when the millimeters brought out the old clips of her going live with a coleslaw or whatnot, I think she was just going to try and use her as another embarrassment, just like she was, brought Dusty on the trip, like a gotcha moment, like, oh, I'm going to invite Dusty on a trip that that you're basically hosting, knowing that you two don't get along. So I just think she was looking for a moment, and like everything that they do, it backfires and it crumbles. So but I do, the way that you drafted that, the way your theory is, I can definitely see it going that way.
I'm telling y'all, that's what I saw from day one. Y'all, it was just so hostile during that Carson time. People wouldn't let you say, but that's how I felt. Again, I'm not saying Carson is a bad person. I'm not saying any of this is her fault. What I am saying is Carson knew this information. She passed it along to Tisha. I think Tisha is the culprit because Tisha knew Mel. So for Tisha to hold on to that information, Tisha was slow rolling Carson onto that show because she knew Carson told me this. Whenever she was going to use that piece to move towards Mel, that piece of information, or however they were going to use that piece of information, she was slow rolling Carson onto that show. And she knew Carson wanted to be on TV.
Yeah, I agree. But I expected Tisha not to tell Mel. Why would she?
That just goes to show how snake she is, because what woman would hold some information like that?
The whole situation of her even bringing her to the tea party just never made sense to me.
It didn't make sense.
If I have a disagreement with my hairstylist, I don't give a damn about I ain't bringing her to no tea party unless we friends. Now, if we friends, that's different. But her explanation was she didn't. They had a disagreement on how she needed to style her hair. The hell?
And then you sitting up there. Y'all always saying Mel ain't got no friends. What your friends? Because Tisha, be for real. What is the purpose of you bringing Carson on there?
Thank you.
What was the person? And then, I said, you could tell Carson was thirsty for TV. How she went on with no speaking parts. She didn't even speak at the tea party. Maybe she spoke and it didn't air. But on the episode we watched, no speaking parts aired. And the next day you was on there. Carlos King put me on the show. Everybody tagged Carlos King to get me on the show, and I was kind of like, girl.
I think that was part of the plan. That's what I'm saying. Y'all need to wind it back. You're right, because that was part of the plan. Because where did they come from? She's vital, whether we like her or not. She is a vital character, a part of the extent that this man will go.
Of the part of the
he hated her because she messed up the plan. She messed up the plot. That's why
Carson messed it all up.
Yes.
But Carson was not. This is another thing. And I know I'm going to get some flack for this one too. I know I'm going to get some flack for this one because I know how some of y'all feel about Carson. Carson she did a good deed because she eventually went to Mel and told Mel the information that she needed so Martell is where he is today. Carson wasn't planning on telling Mel if those clips had never surfaced around YouTube. And I don't care what y'all say. Carson was going to stay silent. Had those clips never went around YouTube with her and Arian on those.
Yeah, I agree. But that's what happens when your conscience get woke.
Yeah.
But you're right. I agree. She was never going to say nothing. But one thing about her, she do have a conscience. So even though maybe at the time when she did it, why she agreed, or if she even knew the whole plan, really don't matter. Yeah, when it went around, she like, it's like she just backed out, like I don't want no part of whatever is going on. So I don't really think she knew the whole plan, because
I don't think she knew Tisha's plan. No.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like she didn't know. You see what I'm saying? She didn't know like the cope, like it's bigger than what she knew. She didn't know it was like all of this. You saw it in her disposition.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think she knew Tisha's plan. I don't even think she knew. I honestly don't think she knew how strong the fan base was. A lot of times they don't really know how strong Millimeter's coming.
Right.
So
she said it.
Yeah, I don't think they be knowing how strong the fan base is. If y'all recall, during the entire episode of the Tea Party, Tisha had that sneaky grin on her face like she swallowed a golden egg. And she really had at that moment. I think so. Absolutely. I think that's why she was slow rolling her into the show. If it ain't no good in them towards you, Melody, there's no need to waste no more time on trashy people who are straight haters. God don't wait for the devil to change. He just turned away from him. Okay. I know that's right. I honestly see why Mel wants to get out of Huntsville. You can't trust anyone. They are snakes. Child, they are snakes. You're late. We did that. I'll have to go to work today. Is that what you're talking about, Soul Sir? I'll have to go to work today. I'm off today. Y'all know I started my new schedule this week. I'm not cutting Carson no slack. Yes, she told me. That's how I feel, AJ. I know that's why I say it's controversial. But I do want us to be stay focused. The focus is the bullying against Mel. The focus is not for us to really pick a side here or there. It's okay if you feel like this. It's okay if you feel like that with me. It's okay.
Mhm.
I'm not here to, change anyone's minds on their feelings, because you're entitled to come to your opinion just as I'm entitled to come to mine. What I'm saying is, yeah, I'm kind of on that fence, though, if I'm being honest. I really don't cut Carson any slack, because I think Carson would have been silent, and that's nothing to be silent on. I wouldn't even be silent on nothing like that for my enemy. I would.
I think where it comes, the perplexing part of it comes, I think up until the tea party, she really didn't know Mel. She didn't, and even at the tea party, she doesn't know her. This is just, first time meeting. I'm assuming that's the first time, unless I missed something. First time meeting her. So up until that point, someone talking a lot like a coleslaw and just saying, what she told her, you may not be as inclined because you don't know her. And if we want to believe that she really didn't look at the show, she knew of the show, but really didn't look at the show. I can see her point on that point. But at the point that she met her, been around her, and had access to her, I would have liked for her to pull her to the side, like, it's uncomfortable conversation, but I know coleslaw. This is what she said. This is the information I got. Do with it what you need to do. But since she didn't do that, that's where you like, you were never going to say nothing until them clips came out. So up until that point, I'd be like, okay, she's just a puppet. But that part makes it hard to kind of just be totally on her side.
Yeah, but on her live, she explained her thought process. Like I get what y'all saying. I'm not either way, but on her live, she explained when people were asking these questions, because she went live a lot, and she even expressed like what her thought process. Like, I ain't know her, like I didn't, I ain't think nothing of. I mean, yeah, I felt that, the way. I'm just saying, like, if you really like listen to what people be saying and like the meaning of what's going on, so she was trying to express her train of thought at that point of time. You know what I'm saying? So, but
hold on 1 second, Sugar. I'm sorry. Y'all drop some yellow hearts in the chat for Trending at some point. Thank you, Trending, for stopping by. I'm just getting blessed today. I had Day Silver come through, Trending at some point.
Yeah, that's lit.
I'm excited, y'all. My little cheeks just are hurting and red. If I was a child, my little cheeks.
You know what though? I'm thinking about this. The Carson thing is really, because I had some information and I know of the people. Okay, I don't have access, but to me, it's great. I don't know. Carson's one of those things. I think she has more redeeming qualities than any of the people on that cast, but I don't know, because I had some information that I was told a story, and when they were telling me the story, my mouth's still on the floor, because I know the people indirectly, and it's just a mess. It's just a mess of a story, and I know it's a true story, but I also know that most of the people who are involved know everything that they need to know, but it's a lot. So but I would kind of feel like, okay, if I go reach out to this person, I don't even know where I will begin to start. But I'm not close to this person. I'm not in any rooms with them. We're not hanging out, nothing like that. But
listen, hold on. I'm sorry, Simone. Day Silver, that's what I'm talking about. Day Silver said Carson was with the ish. If she got some real airtime, she would have been on male. She would have been a male op with the rest. I'm telling y'all. I'm telling y'all what I felt from Carson. It was. I'm gonna have to break it. I'm gonna have to do a run it back. I'm gonna have to break it down. Like, I can't really articulate myself the way that I want to articulate myself. But if I can go back and find those clips and those pieces to like show y'all the story and show y'all what I'm talking about, I get that. I swear I do, because Carson was not going to. I'm telling y'all, I know it. I know she did a good deed in the end, because God will take something dirty and turn it clean. I'm telling y'all, that was just God intervening on Mel's behalf.
Now the
Carson never had intentions on. Carson was gonna roll with however they roll, as long as she benefited being on TV. It's just it didn't work out like that.
I got to give it to her, because she was right about Nell Fletcher.
They said
I was on the fence about Nell, and Silver was like, They
Silver wasn't going for it. Period. Okay, they still wasn't going for a nail,
Oh,
not
okay.
nan day. Okay,
Look, I'm gonna shut up now. The
I
So
tell
Silver
that
Courtney,
all the time. You know
so
what? They
Courtney,
said
so
you
what you
called nail day one. I couldn't see it. I couldn't see it
I
at
couldn't
first.
see it either. I was
so
like,
Courtney, I want to
no.
know the point you're trying to make. So what I'm saying, so what are we really trying to really say about Carson? Like we know she was the op, but
I just think I don't really have nothing too much on Carson anymore because Carson's kind of fallen off. I just think pertaining to the Stormy situation, I think they're kind of two of a kind. I think they both came by way of Arian having diarrhea of the mouth. Arian spilling way more information than people need to know, and they use her by way of getting to where they want to get with who they need to get. You know, they get the names, they get the locations, they get the information of how to do this, how to do that, and they execute it by way of their relationship with Arian. And I feel like Carson and Stormy kind of did the same thing. They had connections with Arian. They got the drop. Martell couldn't get Stormy on the show. So Stormy went through Mel, who's really the businesswoman. She already had the drops based on the information she had gotten from Slaw. She knew how to infiltrate her camp. And I just feel like as far as Carson, she had the initial connect with Arian. She went to a comedy show with her. Arian told her all her business because she doesn't have any friends. She used that to make connections with people on the show. I can do hair. Do y'all want me to do y'all hair? They let her do her hair. She then told Tisha, I know about this plot. Arian told me. Tisha was going to use that as I feel like Tisha as the culprit. Tisha's the big dog that was going to use the, trump card against Mel by way of the information that Carson provided her. But I just feel like Carson was at a place where all she wanted and all she cared about, she didn't know Mel. She didn't know her to care about whether she sink or swim or not. She looking out for herself.
That's
I
what I
want to be on
said.
TV. I don't care who get taken down. I told Tisha what I know, so I'm my hands clean with Tisha. However, Tisha want to use the information is on Tisha. I'm gonna just play my role so I can be on TV. That's
Courtney,
just what
look how you ran that back. Look how you ran that back, just like that. I'm convinced.
that's what I always thought about Carson. And I remember Queen Sheba did an interview with Carson. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to ease up off of Carson because I was one of those people that was like, I was in the minority. I was like, I ain't gonna go too hard on Carson no more because that ain't what I feel. But then I took it back the next day. And the reason I took it back the next day is because I'm a person that you always have to, and I'm gonna tell y'all, we have the natural ability, our bodies have the natural ability to tell us when something is for us and when something is not. And if your body tell you, I just go with my instinct. Sometimes the mind will try to trick you because you be thinking, am I crazy? Am I tripping? Should I not approach the situation this way? We have the natural ability. And my naturalness told me it just didn't sit right. And I just decided not to let anything convince me otherwise of how I felt. And that's just what it was. I didn't think her intentions were pure. I just don't. I don't think if she was ever exposed, if that fake page didn't come under her page, if the clips didn't start circulating YouTube, Carson would have remained silent and Tisha would have been able to do whatever she wanted to do. And that's just how I feel. And that's just me.
I'm there with you.
Right.
Look, the Silver done said it. You done said it.
One love, one sound. That's right.
That's just how now again, everybody can come up with their own. I ain't y'all, I'm not y'all, even though I'm the judge over here, but I'm not the judge or jury of anybody's decisions or because I'm gonna formulate my opinions. Y'all formulate y'all opinions, but I just gotta stand on my square about how I feel about the situation. Right. And that's just how it made me feel. It made me feel like it's just as Day Silver said, Carson would have been an op because she had no allegiance to Melody. The only reason she had to save her face when it all came down and she saw how millimeters were coming and what you do and what was your hand, she had to go on and be like, okay, I ain't ready for this part. I can't handle this, so I'm going to say what I need to say and I'm about to dip.
Yeah,
but
she even
had
said
it played off a different way.
Carson would have been with Trish. Carson would have been just like Trish this season. I'm not saying just like her and how she acts, but she's, considers her op. Remember when she made that blatant lie when she was training Hotel, talking about, yeah, she kept asking me a lot of questions. Remember that? That's what Carson probably would have been. They would have.
I think so. I think Carson just wanted to be on TV,
Mm-hmm.
and people on their way to fame, people do a lot of dirty stuff on their road to, to I want to be famous.
Mm-hmm.
And it just didn't pan out for her. That's because, like I said, I feel like sometimes people have a plot and plan for you, and God gonna make you a hole to be right in front of you, and God will levitate you over that hole. You see what I'm saying? It's just, it wasn't meant for Mel to fall in that trap. As many traps as they try to set, she's covered. So I just feel like it didn't pan out how they wanted it to. But Tisha was going to use the information that Carson gave her and try to checkmate Mel at some point on that show. It was going to be at some point they were going to plot and plan and do something dirty. I don't know how they were going to roll it out, but at some point they were going to use the information. That's just where I got with it. Someone recognized Carson from Coleslaw Live. Yeah, I know.
Mm-hmm.
I know. And I'm so glad they did recognize her, because what would we be today if they had? You know what I'm saying? What would we be today if they had not? And like I said, I know it was a big thing on YouTube, and I'm not trying to make anybody feel you do not have to pick a side on this Carson situation. Feel how you
put them all in the same boat.
Yeah, we in court. We just get
it's just my theory. And I'm not trying to, I ain't even trying to really talk bad on Carson, because again, I'm not saying because I'm just saying she was fame hungry. She was fame hungry, and a lot of people that are fame hungry, you have to watch those types, because they'll do anything to get in the position that they want to be in. I'm not saying that she's malicious necessarily, but a lot of people will be silent just so they can say, well, I didn't have any, even though they knew information. Their silence can be a weapon as well. Your silence can be a weapon. They Silver said Carson's energy is like Dusty's and Stormy. I'm gonna go with that Silver, y'all. I'm telling you, I just felt the way I felt, and I couldn't. Like I said, I tried to go to the other side, and I thought about it, and I was like, it never sat right with me, and I got to be true to myself and how I feel first, and it never sat right with me, because she was too thirsty. Like I said, had she not been exposed, Carson wouldn't have. She wouldn't have. Everybody was saying, well, she did it. It don't matter how it came. It does matter, because had she not been exposed, what y'all think she would have did?
Nothing.
Stay silent like she did when she was at the stay silent. And let the cards lay as they may have. Let's see what they're saying. Y'all, I'm so far behind in chat. Y'all know I can't keep up with the chat when it's too many people comments. I'm very far behind. But did y'all have any final thoughts? Because we didn't talk about everything, Dusty. Trending said, I have also tried to cut Carson a lot of slack. I stepped away when she was thirsty for Stormy and saying they all look like friends at the pasture. Exactly. I think a lot of people tried to cut Carson slack, but you can't. Carson just never, for me, it just never sat right with me. She just never, I tried to, I watched all her interviews. I used to watch her YouTube, and my position never changed. I could never, even when I tried, like I said, after Queen, y'all know I love Queen Sheba. Queen Sheba's interview was immaculate, but I still could not change. My feeling never changed. It just didn't. It never changed on how I viewed her. I think at a certain point, I think her conscience did kick in. I think she did start to like some of the millimeter content creators. I think she started to like them. I think she started to watch Melody, and she realized Melody was a good person. But again, had everything not played out that way, she would have went on the path of what's right for her. Not anybody, she just wanted to be on TV. And that's, I can't stress it enough.
But look what Melody did and turned it around. Look what that light did.
Yep.
had her grow a conscience.
Yeah, exactly. Like I said, and I think she started to like some of the content creators that were covering, that are Melody friendly content creators. I think she started to like them. I think she started to feel embraced, and she started to like the community, because we have a community of people over here. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of y'all like my virtual sisters. you know.
Right.
So it's a community. I think she started to like that portion of it once she realized, you know, and that epiphany. But initially, I don't think she was on that road. I just, if I could run it back with clips, and I'm gonna have to go back and look. At that time, I didn't have a page, so this would be clips from like other people, and I would give them their credit or whatever. But I'm gonna have to run it back and really give y'all a straight what I'm talking about. Like sometimes, like I said, sometimes we get so distracted and we lose focus. We lose focus.
Yeah,
And I
we need
think
to
a lot
review
of times
those
we
court
lose
cases.
focus.
You hear that, Trendy? We need to review this court case.
Right, Trendy.
This is the biggest one.
We need to run it back. We need to run it back, okay? But yeah, that's just how I always felt about the Carson situation. And like I said, it's not, you know, it's nothing for us to be divided on. It's just for us to, you say your piece, I'm gonna say my piece, and it is what it is. It's nothing for us to be divided on. That's how we kind of get, that's how a lot of this stuff slips through. And that's how a lot of the times they end up laughing at us, because we'll let something so minute divide us. And that's not, it's not supposed to. Right. It's a distraction. And when distractions come, we're supposed to stand together stronger, because a distraction is doing it. A lot of times it does its job over here, and it's not supposed to. Why not support everybody over here? Everybody on this YouTube platform, bringing awareness, bringing commentary, bringing, like I said, it's a community of people. You won't agree all the time. You won't agree all the time. But if you're watching your own plate and staying in your own lane, doing your own thing, the beef and the distractions, all of that, we ain't got time for that. We shouldn't have time for that, because it's a distraction.
Agreed.
To keep us off our square. And that's just how I think of it. I'll drive them to square and give my 2 cents. But yeah, that's just, you know, any final thoughts, Sugar? And because we've been on almost 2 hours, y'all know I usually do my good hour, but I was off today, so you know. Any final thoughts?
My only final thoughts is thanks for having me once again. And, you know, shout out to all the content creators came in here. I just would like for y'all to hear from a spectator point of view. You guys are awesome, especially the ones that's on the side of right. And, you know, we come to you guys' channel and you welcome us, and that's always greatly appreciated. But we do need to focus on what the actual point is. We do need to run it back and just fight with truth. We ain't got to go back and because we got all of the data. So I think that once everybody sit back and, you know what I'm saying, just look at the whole pie, because the pie is filled up now. Okay. We got what we need. And if we display that to, you know, to the community, or just to get that out, you know, because people coming in the middle, they coming in right now, they coming in season 5, you know, they don't know everything that's going on. So I think that we would do a great service if we all come together and run it back, because you trying to rewrite history. Nah. We ain't gonna let you do that, you know, because right now it's about, like I said, with the statement I mentioned earlier, what Kendra Lamar said, okay? They attacking the woman that Melody represent. And the woman that Melody represents is us. Y'all have a great day. Peace and blessings, everybody.
Thank you, Sugar.
Peace and blessings.
And let me read this comment from Day Silver real quick, Simone. Okay. It says, people will do some strange things for fame. Pygmishas will always conspire against women like Melody. We are not the same. And that's on period. Okay. We are not the same.
Absolutely. Period. I ain't got nothing left. Sugar laid it out. She laid it out. There's nothing left for me to say, but this is definitely spiritual warfare. Definitely run everything back. And I appreciate and love all you content creators on the side of right. We have to continuously support Mel. We have to keep her in our prayers, because she's going through a lot to this day. So that's all I got. Have a good day.
Thank you so much, Simone. Thank you, Sugar. I appreciate you ladies for clicking the link coming up. Thank you, Samantha LB. I know you were at work and you clicked the link and came up. Day Silva said, look at you, 2 hours. Just, I'm proud of you, Queen. Keep going. Thank you, Day Silva. I'm so happy that you're in the chat. Like, I want to cry, but I ain't going to cry up here because I know I'm a little, I get emotional. Shout out to all the content creators in the chat. My mod, the network specialist, I appreciate you so much, so much. I saw Real Talk with Grace and Mercy. Ro Reacts, thank you. Trending at some point, I love you down. Like a beautiful, beautiful person. Thank you so much for engaging in the chat, coming in. Day Silva, I bow to you, Queen. Thank you so much for coming in the chat, engaging with us. I truly appreciate you. Thank you, everybody, for Glam Rocks, my twin. Sorry, twin. Hey, twin. My twin, Glam Rocks. I love y'all. Thank y'all every day for supporting me. Y'all see I done gave all I can give. Y'all know I have 1 hour in me, and then I have to get on with my day, child. So I'm going to try to catch up on some of the YouTube streaks yesterday. Y'all know my computer was down, so I didn't get to, I had to do it off my phone, and I was trying to get my computer back up, and we're back up and running. So I'm going to, catch some stuff that I missed yesterday on these YouTube streaks and try to see what's going on. We're going to do a couple of running backs maybe while the show is on hiatus. And stay focused, people. Stay focused. Do not let the distractions come and distract you. That's what they are there for. Stay focused. The goal is to continue to uplift each other, keep each other, we got to keep each other held to those standards, uplift each other, pray for each other, stand by each other, keep Mel uplifted. That's the goal. That's the goal. It's not division. We can always have difference of opinion, and we'll live to talk another day. Okay. So I love you all. Thank everybody for the support. Thank y'all for tuning in. I hope that everyone has an amazing day. Make sure you're doing something for yourself, whether it's journaling, getting some sun, take 15, 20 minutes for prayer or meditation, a bubble bath, a glass of wine, whatever it is to make you relax and just have some time for yourself. Always make sure you're doing something for yourself. You cannot pour from an empty cup, okay? I love you all. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I hope that you all have an amazing rest of your day and the week. And I will talk to y'all same time, same place tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern Time, 9 a.m. Central. Love you all. Enjoy your day and goodbye.